I'm alive. Sorry, I'm not looking at chat right now, so if anybody's there. Man, I'm forgetting how to spell my own username. Damn, bro. Alright. Mulligan's back. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Bro, what happened to my chat? Why is it so far to the right? Why is that the way that that is? That seems so fucked. Hydrate? I'm hydrating on water for now. Oh, Queen, do you see the new avatar? And then I have on my shoulders, on my right shoulder is little division. So your left, my right. Because technically, I guess, I don't know. I don't know. But on the left shoulder that you are seeing, that is division. And then on the other shoulder, it is damage. I named my profile pictures. I am just Bray. And then the two little things I have are division and damage. But hello everybody. Connor, why'd you call me Jerome? Oh, I guess I am playing the game, by the way. You can hear the game. Do you guys like this little thing I have here though? This is the new no screen. Like this is the new just me yapping. You know, something tells me you're not actually gonna see my icon not talking very often. Also, yeah, hey. So how's this? You got a PNG? Yes, I did. Do you guys like the different colored eyes, by the way? And by the way, I should probably flip the guy back around because I'm gonna be so honest, it looks so weird this way. I like it much better whenever it is facing the other way. So I'm gonna flip that. But it looks weird having him looking off off the screen, right? So like heterochromia is cool. I'm sure it's like I mean it looks cool, right? But I don't know if it has any like side effects in actual people, so I don't want to be like, oh, you know, it's so cool. You know, the people who have it must be so happy. You know, like I don't want to do that kind of thing. You know. You look like a knockoff Tandro. That's literally where I got the hair from. Like, hold up. You know what? Fuck playing the game. Am I right, chat? Hold up. Fuck playing the game. Let me just open up a browser. Because like that's mainly what the stream is, right? You know, I'm gonna change the title and everything. So I got a new avatar, and so then I'm going to make it a just chatting stream. No battle cats today, boys. No battle cats today. In rare cases, it can be linked to conditions like Waardenburg syndrome, which can cause hearing loss, or Sturge-Weber syndrome, which is linked to brain abnormalities and port wine stains. Huh. Interesting. Hey, Fenrix. I'm such a hater. Real. Has no side effects, but can be a symptom of an underlying condition that does have side effects. Okay. So I gotcha. But yeah, even the eyes, by the way, like hold up, let me show my screen. Even the eyes, like I'm gonna look up like I literally okay, so I was having a little bit of fun the other day. Right? I'm gonna move chat up, by the way, so it's not so underhanging. The other well, recently I've been kind of just messing around in Adobe Illustrator, and I've been Is it this image? It might be this one that I used as reference. Yeah, it was this one. Okay, so let me open image. Where's open image in new tab? So I was having a little bit of fun with it, and I was using this image as a reference. So let me hold up. Let me move. I'm gonna move my character. I'm gonna regret this probably because moving it back to the same thing is gonna, be pain. But let me do this. Do you see the resemblance? Did you see the resemblance? Obviously, I'm looking off to the side because I didn't want to be looking straight ahead because that would be weird. But the hair is literally like I did my best to make it exactly like it because what I was doing is in Adobe Illustrator, I was doing my best to use Tanjiro as a reference to like finally be able to make good hair. Right, I wanted to make good hair and I wanted to be able to make my own character. Obviously, I'm missing like facial structure and stuff like that. That's the one thing I didn't do, but I did his eyes and I did his hair. So you know, you're Pepe. You Fenrix, you're not Pepe, bruh, or whatever. I'm Pepe and it means. But yeah, so wait, I guess I can just Control Z. I can just undo. Yeah, there we go. Now it's back to normal. Except, did I? Okay. Yeah, how are y'all? How are y'all doing? How's it going? What do you mean by three O's? I'm a little lost. By the way, I also have something like I have a little thing underneath the fake face cam. Like this is, by the way, this is a picture of an like the in the background thing, like behind where my avatar is. That's an actual picture of that's an actual picture. Oh wait, you can't see it here. That's an actual picture of my LEDs that I have on my desk. You're doing pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. I am tired. I'm tired. I mainly wanted to do the stream to show off my avatar, see how people liked it, and also show off the fact that I have little division and damage. The two little good boys. Or something, I don't know. But yeah. I like it. Like I don't know if it's actually gonna be like practical, but I like it. I'm not against it. I'm gonna change something about the chat, by the way. I'm gonna make it so that the chat doesn't disappear. Just so that it's like permanent, you know? Just so it's permanently on screen. Always show messages. There we go. Did an ad play, by the way? I'm assuming there was an ad that played at some point. What should I do today? There was one. Damn, sorry y'all. Hey, by the way, the hoodie. I wanted to make a design for the hoodie. Can you even tell that my hands are meant to be in pockets? Are we battle catting today? I was thinking I might just. I was thinking I might. Hold up, I'm moving stuff around. I was thinking I might just. Hold up. I'm moving stuff, but I don't know entirely what I'm moving. Ignore me. Sorry, I'm still trying to get this all done well. I guess I could do that. Nah, that looks like I have a hole in my chest. I don't know if I'm going to be doing battle cats today because I'm tired, right? So like I don't actually know what I want to do. I thought you had a really muscular upper torso with no arms. Nah, those are supposed to be like each sleeve is meant to be a different shade of blue so that you can tell it's an arm. And I was hoping that you'd be able to tell it's like they're like in pockets, but I don't think that carried through. I'll pass. I'm playing Dokkan, bruh. That's a hard pass. I guess there's other games I could play. I think I've actually managed to figure out a way to at least record. I don't know about stream Marvel Rivals, but I'm not gonna do that now. Too tired for that shit. So I'm still moving shit around. Is there anything to talk about? Oh, you know what? I did. You know what? I'll play a little bit of Battle Cats. You know how I do that thing where I have those videos where I just play the game and I yap while I do so. I think that's what I'm gonna do right now. And so I'll save the anime talk for that video, I guess. By the way, wait, why did the hair fuck up? Oh, I'm pissed. The hair's not supposed to be like that. I just realized. Oh my god, bro. I thought I fixed that. I really thought I fixed that. Okay, so do you guys see on the right side of my head, like if I was facing the if it was an actual me, it would be my left or right, but since it's just an image, I'm just gonna say right. Do you see how it like has a straight edge on the head because of the hair? Do you see that? I love when people answer me. Whatever, doesn't matter. At least not that much. It's probably small enough to not really care about. I like this. I like this setup. If it was an actual phase cam, I think I would like it more. We see, yeah. It's not supposed to be layered like that. The fucking hair is supposed to be tucked behind the head. And no guarantee. That sucks. We see, shut your bitch ass. I know, I asked for an answer, I'm kidding. I come back and you're playing Battle Cats? I wasn't planning to. But I, like, what else am I gonna do? Just sit here and talk? You guys don't like that. You guys are boring to talk to. Like, genuinely, you guys have no conversation starters. You're like my friends, right? Like, the friends that I hate for. Play another game? What other game? Because I can guarantee you one thing. That's the thing that you guys like even less. Is me playing different games. We can argue that's fun. Well, then start an argument. But I guarantee you it's probably going to be Battle Cats related. For us, I have fun arguing too. What do you mean? Why is chat going all the way up above my... Do you guys... Oh, Lord. Okay, I gotta fix that. Fine, you know what, chat? You can hang lower. I hate arguing. Why do you hate arguing? Because you're always wrong? I can do a just chatting stream. Hey, I can do a just chatting stream. We can also do some anime talk as well. You're always wrong? Gee, thanks. Actually, I don't think I am, because people seem to think I'm right quite a lot. Even with my satire video talking about perfect lineups or whatever, even that satire video wound up having some people like actually be like, "Oh my god, this loadout actually works," you know? Which is weird because that's not something I expected. I didn't expect the loadout to actually work for anybody. You know who's in charge? What do you mean? Make a poll on if Bed should spend some channel points? On what, chugging? Fuck you. Are you talking about me? Are you talking about me? I don't know what's going on. Damn, I cannot believe I dropped frames in a stream where I'm not even doing anything. Face reveal is coming up, is it now? I haven't been streaming nearly enough for that to be a thing. Yeah, I'm assuming Grum's wanting you to chug, but I don't. I'll pass. Thanks. But yeah, so no brain, not you. Damn, unfortunate. Oh yeah, by the way, anime talk. I just finished Naruto Shippuden, or I essentially finished it. I finished, I think, episode 475. Who's your favorite Uber after Anubis? D'Artagnan. Well, actually, Anubis was never my favorite. D'Artagnan's my number one favorite. And those tier lists and stuff, like everybody thinks, oh, Anubis is probably your favorite because you glaze him so much. No, I don't glaze my favorite. I glaze what I think is underrated. I hate how blurry this avatar has become, by the way, because like I don't know why, but the eyes don't actually show the detail unless that's probably just my stream quality. Well, I don't know. It might be my stream quality, might not be. I don't know. I have no fucking clue. No, there's no way because the profile pictures I have are pretty smooth. I'm like Anubis just glazing for the love of the game. Fair. Can we get a hand reveal? You guys already have gotten a hand reveal. Did you forget, or were you just not here during that time? You got your hand reveal. I'm the whitest piece of shit of all time. Why do you think my avatar is such a pale face? No, we haven't. No, we have. I know we at least got one hand reveal because of that one time I turned on Facecam and I put up, whenever I was on my phone. Are you romantically invested in Anubis? I can barely get romantically invested in a woman, let alone some fictional character that I have no interest in outside of the game. You overestimate me. And the thumbs up. You guys did get a thumbs up. You should have saved it while it happened. You should have gotten a screenshot or something, saved it, so that you could see it again. Because it's not happening for a while. How's your day? Wow, what a question. It's been good. I'm just tired. Is Bray aromantic? I'm asexual, but I just don't get bitches. That doesn't mean I'm aromantic. No, I have the image. Oh, you're right. The thumbs. That's what you mean. I thought I did a thumbs up whenever I did the face cam, but no, that was in the Discord, wasn't it? I do not have herpes. Well, at least I don't think so. Oh, damn, cool. Yeah. I'm just lonely as fuck. I'm still attracted to women. If I was Arrow Ace, I would not have any sort of like attraction. At least I don't think so. Do Arrow Ace people still consider people hot? Is that? I don't know. I think Damage wants to leave me though. I don't think he's happy with this conversation. Or little Damage. He was dropped as a child. There's a reason why he's called Brain Damage. You know, I was tempted to use a GIF instead of just a PNG. So that it would have like an animation. Actually, wait, I can show you what it looked like. I just did it so poorly. I did it so poorly. I like. Do you have breast cancer? It occurs in men too. I'm well aware that the breast is a part of the body, so I'm well aware that it happens in all kinds of people. It might be because you named it Damage. Yeah, I do not have cancer though. Oh wait, I also did a Hollow Knight one. Yeah, I tried this. I made this one myself too, but I made the head way too square. Oh, and this is just using my Discord avatar. I think it's a little big. I didn't realize it was gonna be that big. What is that? What, my giant fucking profile picture or the Hollow Knight? Which one? I don't know how delayed you are. Wait, are you guys posting anything in the Discord? I should probably check. Nah, y'all aren't posting anything. Y'all aren't even in a VC. That's shocking. I am shocked you guys are not in a VC in the Discord. Hollow Knight very scares me. Oh, what? Because of the fucking... Yeah, I did the eyes really weird. But to be fair, the eyes aren't perfect ovals. Oh, this is the animated one. I had to have a green thing. Like, because if I... Yeah. Yeah, it's animated though. It's not good. It is not good. I like it without the animation, or without the GIF animation better. The mouth hole? Yeah, I think I made the mouth hole a little too big. What about on this one though? Is it fine on this one? I mean, it's fitting because I have a big ass mouth, but you're getting Salaryman Cat True form right now? W. I'm in a VC. Grum, I'm pretty sure you literally just joined that. Wait, no, you're not. Oh, you're not in my VC. Sorry. My bad. I have to be in a VC for this to work. So I have my own little VC that only allows me. That Maldu, that is a wild statement. You know, that's actually the first thing I ask any woman I run into, so maybe that's why I'm single. That's a joke, by the way. The other day I saw a screenshot of my comment destroying you in the Xcol server. It wasn't destroying though, because you never disproved the fact that perfect is a flawed term. Yes, the mayor games. No, Callie didn't even destroy me though. People are just fucking stupid. Because my main thing I told Callie is that the term perfect lineup is just flawed. Like, I didn't say that exactly, but it is a flawed term. No such thing exists as a perfect lineup. Because no matter what kind of lineup you do, it either won't be able to beat every stage in the game, which I'm fairly confident, even without considering restriction stages, is not possible. Because I highly doubt you can beat the entire game, including Bunaglios, Ceractes, and Newton, and, you know, all the other boss stages, all with one lineup. I don't care how many Ubers you have, it would be next to impossible to actually do that. And even if you could do it, you would have to have some of the best Ubers, and it still wouldn't be easy to do all of them. And then that's when you can start including, well, restriction stages. You can't do Wan with, you know, that. You know? Like, and then there's also, of course, 4-star restrictions and stuff, but mainly like Wan and like the stage restriction stages, you know? That, you know. Someone literally proved that it's possible, you're just being ignorant. I'm not being ignorant. Tell me how you can beat every stage in the game with one lineup. Because you can't. That's not how that works. You can't. It's because of the way that restrictions work. They literally make that not possible. Not to mention the Clat Claw Dojo stages. Those are tough stages. If you limit yourself to using different things, right? Like, it's just one of those things where you have to consider every single stage. Because, not to mention, even if you don't want to talk about restriction stages, 3-star UL is terribly difficult. Minus restrictions, of course. Hence why it's not perfect, dumbass. Like, no offense, but that's not perfect. Like, perfect lineups just don't exist, thanks to restrictions, which is their whole point. So you're not proving me wrong. You're just proving yourself as the ignorant one because you're ignoring the fact that restrictions still count as part of the game. But like, I like how you guys are mentioning Perfect Cell. Doesn't he lose a lot? Or am I thinking of somebody different? You're no fun? No, I'm just right. Don't argue with me if you know you're wrong. Because I'll just prove you very further wrong. He's very fun. Are you talking about me or Cell? But yeah, perfect is one of those words where I've never really liked the term perfect because there's no such thing. No matter what, everything has its flaw. Perfect Cell got killed by a 9-year-old. Yeah. I mean, I've never actually seen Dragon Ball, but I did not. I mean, having a character that just doesn't lose is kind of boring, don't you think? Jesus was perfect. Amen. That's if he was existing. So, like, that's kind of on an if. Said 9-year-old can destroy a solar system. Can't Goku destroy universes? Like, anyone who died isn't perfect? No. There's a difference between perfect and immortal. Didn't people say that the second coming of Christ was like 2 months ago and it never happened? I'm on about that. I'm on about at that point in the series. Okay. Like I'm just like, here's the thing, right? I can guarantee you there's something in the Bible that says that Jesus was not perfect. Something in there says something about Jesus not being perfect. I can guarantee it. Because he was also humble. So he'll find something wrong with himself, therefore. Yeah. Humans are inherently flawed, I think. But Jesus was God. That's all confusing to me. The fact that Jesus is God, God is Jesus, but then there's also the Holy Spirit, which is also them. So, like, it's all confusing to me. And also, God is a name. I think he was still technically human. He wasn't some otherworldly being until he was the Holy Spirit. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, one God. Makes sense. Like, I'm not super like religious or anything, right? I only know a little bit about Christianity, but can we get out of this religious talk? Blame Marine, bro. They're the one who brought perfect baby Jesus in here. Which, by the way, Jesus died early. So like, perfect, perfect. I was perfect once. I was born under the North Star, or something. I don't know how to make that into something. I don't mean anything offensive, by the way. I just want to say, what early? Let's go back to Dragon Ball. I agree. Was Goku perfect? No, he lost against, I think, everybody. You know, wait, what is the definition of a perfect person? Because if somebody was perfect, would they have a singular weakness? God's weakness, or sorry, Jesus's, is that even the right way to say? Jesus's weakness was other people. He had a weakness. People had a way to get to him. So therefore he wasn't perfect. Just saying. Hot take: Goku in Dragon Ball Z is a good father. I don't think that, I feel like that's like saying Sasuke is a good father. Anybody that's like inherently strong and has to go out of their way to leave their child, I don't think, you know, I don't think that's a good father. Hey, I never said that, to be fair. I'm not the one that said that humans were made in God's image, therefore they were flawed. I never said that. So like you're just disproving something that I didn't even say. If you're gonna argue against me, not somebody else. Goku wasn't in his kid's life as much as he could. He was either helping them or dead. Wait, Goku was dead? I know he died like 9 times, but he left his son in the forest because he couldn't read his own son's key signature. Yeah, that sounds like Goku, alright. Goku dies a lot. I'm aware. I haven't seen it, but I know. Oh, I just learned, by the way. This is why Marine doesn't like arguing. Because every time Marine argues, it becomes a religious thing. And religion has become a personal thing. We don't want to argue personally. We don't want to argue about shit like that. So don't bring religion into arguments. If you want to have fun while arguing, don't make it personal. That's the best way to do it. It isn't personal, not really. Then why are you getting so offended every time somebody says something about a religion that, by the way, living in America, freedom of religion is literally the part of the First Amendment. So pushing religion on somebody else isn't what you should do. I'm not offended, but you're acting like it, you know? You're acting like, yeah. We've talked about this before, but you need to not take it so seriously. I'm not pushing religion, I'm just showing the people. Yeah, but anytime I'm like, oh, I'm an atheist, it's only a possibility that this thing happened, and then you're like, but it did happen, you know? For the people, by the people, something Trump, that's not even close to what I was saying. The First Amendment was made hundreds of years ago. And it's, what was it? What was the acronym? Because I think it was RAPS. Because it was freedom of religion, speech, assembly, I think. What were the others? I'm terrible at this. It's my own fucking country and I can't remember the First Amendment. Okay, if you sum down politics to just Trump and Biden, then you're stupid. Because that's not by any means what this country's all about. Can you play Silk Song on stream? I never did finish it. That is fair. Maybe I'll speedrun it on stream. Maybe I'll learn how to speedrun it on stream or something. Like whenever I have more time. You say top tier idea as if whenever I did do it, nobody actually joined. It's satire? I know. What I'm saying is also satire. Don't take anything I say seriously. That is rule number 1 for me. Wait, I think that's literally a Discord rule. Don't take me seriously. I'm fairly certain that's literally a Discord rule. Be nice to everybody. You can cuss. Please don't take my jokes too seriously, and I'm allowed to break my rules if I wanna. I think that clear. I think rule 4 in my Discord very clearly says it. Did you do it on YouTube? Yeah. I streamed it on YouTube, and I think I also streamed it on Twitch one time. I think I tried streaming it twice. Both times it fell flat. Nobody actually watched. L rule breaker? Hey, I make the rules so I can break them. And plus, I don't think I even break them. That's why. Well, no. Like I said, I think I did it twice. I'm fairly certain I streamed it twice. Once on YouTube, once on Twitch. And the Twitch one still didn't do well. But I think that's just because it was a new game and nobody wanted spoilers. Hornet takes more damage than the Knight because Hornet is only half higher being, while the Knight is 100% higher being. I mean, it makes sense, but only kind of. You know? Because you still take... Like, there's no in-between 1 and 2, right? There's no in-between 1 and 2. And they both can still take 1 damage. It's not like Hornet always takes 2 damage. They both can take 1 damage or can take 2 damage. You know? I think the best way to explain why Hornet can take boosted damage, though, is because of the fact that Hornet is not quite yet a fighter. The Knight kind of was just born a fighter, right? But meanwhile, Hornet and Silksong, we are going through what made them into a fighter. Also, what is rule 1? Be nice to everybody. Well, here's the thing, that you don't want to break rule number 1. You don't want to. Rule number 1 is one of the most important rules. Whenever Grum said okay, bud, I'm pretty sure they were like, yeah, okay, bud. Not like as in, okay, bud, you can do what you want. I think you misinterpreted them. By the way, somebody told me that I should base my avatar off of my profile picture, but I have one question for you. How the hell would I do that without basically doing blackface? I just said W Grum, that's it. Fair. Hornet is a fighter though. Silksong happens after Hollow Knight. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Like, maybe I'm just stupid, but there's no way in hell Silksong takes place after Hollow Knight. Because, okay, first of all, explain how the hell Hornet got all the way over there after Hollow Knight. Have you seen the endings? No, but I've seen the fact that Hornet doesn't have her spike balls like she has in Hollow Knight until you get them in the game. And you also can't throw your needle like you can in Hollow Knight until you unlock it in the game. You have to unlock all of these things. Therefore, that's why I think it's a prequel to Hollow Knight. Just make it Persona? No. That's why I didn't do too much for my avatar. We literally see the void form of the night. Okay, well then, then explain two things to me. Because obviously I haven't beaten Silksong. But what I can say is that I have no idea which ending of Hollow Knight is the real one. But all of them include Hornet staying there. Ads? Fucking hell. Explain to me how Hornet had all of her abilities in Hollow Knight, and then you don't have any of them at the start of Silksong. Not to mention the fact that you're literally weak as a toothpick in Hollow Knight, Silksong. And then you know, in Hollow Knight you're taking so many hits from a sharpened nail. Like, it just doesn't make sense, right? Like, that's the problem with playing as a former enemy, because it just doesn't make sense. Imagine needing to discriminate against someone to insult them. Rude. But yeah, like, I just don't see how it can be a sequel. At least from the beginning. Like, apparently there's like 2 acts or something like that, so maybe the first act is a prequel, the second one is a sequel or something. I have no idea. PNG should have been Phono? No. But yeah, I need to play more Silksong. I need to play more of it. I wonder what the actual explanation is, though. Like, is there an actual explanation for that yet? Like, has Mossbag done a video on that yet? He said he has no idea. Yeah, welcome to the question of which one makes more sense? The fact that void form of the night could have, been surfaced at some point before, or because, like, do you know that it is the night void form? First of all, do you know that it's him? And second of all, do you know that ending is canon? Yes. But is there like a full-blown explanation for it? Because with how many different nights there were, you don't really know. What if that thing broke apart and that's what spawned the Hollow Knight? Like, there's different questions, right? Unless there's been an actual explanation for it, I don't believe that Hollow Knight came before Silksong. Silksong, as far as I'm concerned, has to be a prequel. Or at least it's a very separated timeline. And wasn't it also confirmed that there wasn't actually, like, technically a quote-unquote canon ending to Hollow Knight? So therefore, if the void form of the night appears, then that's technically not a canon part from the game Hollow Knight. So therefore you can't assume that it is the night. Like I'm just asking questions. Like if you have good answers for me, then tell me, please, instead of just saying you're wrong. Marine, I have never seen that and I'm never going to see it. You said anime talk in the description. That's not what I mean by anime talk. When I say anime talk, I mean I just finished all of Naruto, and so if anybody wants to talk about, anime that I talked about, And plus, My Little Sister Can't Be This Cute. That is a crazy title for an anime. Also, notice how Venti has not responded to any of my questions. Just saying. If you're gonna argue with me, come prepared. You know what I mean? You should watch Redo of Healer. That I know the name, but isn't that one of the weird ones? I'm getting a video of the Sister of the Void ending to prove my point. Well, you don't know if it's canon. If there's multiple endings in a game, you can't say that it's canon, right? Like, that's not how that works. You can't pick and choose and be like, this one's canon, even though it's probably not. I'm gonna plug you with a website. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. Except the timeline has one starting point. Fool? I'm confused. What is that? Which is a Hollow Knight ending? Okay, a Hollow Knight ending that is not confirmed to be canon is interesting. Because, like, sure, those two endings can line up, but I don't think either of them are confirmed to be canon. And aren't they going to be adding DLC to Silksong? And the ending is the very end of the game, right? So you can't have more than one ending. So by definition, there's going to be more to come. And so there's going to be more questions to ask, and there's going to be less to know. So if there's proof one ending from Hollow Knight happens before Silksong, then Silksong has to be a sequel. That's not... What? No. Because if something's not... If an ending isn't canon, then you can't consider it. Right? Am I crazy? What if one ending supports that it came after, but the other one supports that it came before? They said it was a sequel? They did? Like, they confirmed it. Because I haven't done much research on this. If they actually confirmed it, then sure, I'll believe it. It just doesn't make sense to me, right? Like, I can believe that it's a sequel, but it won't make sense to me ever. Because why does she have to buy and unlock her abilities throughout the game instead of just having them after Hollow Knight? Like, they need to have an explanation for that, because that doesn't make sense. Check, yeah. From my experience, the map doesn't even look similar. I'm pretty sure there were lines that hinted that, like, Hornet was new, right? And plus, if Hornet came from a different place, then wouldn't it make sense for her to come from that different place and go to Deep Nest? Or not Deep Nest, Hollow Nest. What is it called? I don't know. It just doesn't make sense, right? Either way, it doesn't make full sense. She was captured at the start of Silksong. which is how she gets to Farloom. Yeah, but why was she captured? Like, do we know? She was the princess of Halonest, was captured and taken to Farloom. Is this just a theory, or is this like an actual thing? Because what the fuck do you mean, princess of Halonest? How the hell is? How does that work? I don't know the lore of Hollow Knight completely either. I guess. Okay, wait. So, who made her again? I don't even remember what Mossbag said about her. Actual lore. I don't even remember, bro. Pale King is Horn's father, and then one of the spider ones was her mother, right? Isn't it a prequel since she comes back to Halonest a bit before the night, according to the comic? Something from the Steam thing. I saw that Steam comment, but I think one of the better things to look at is her lines, right? Like the lines said to her, like everybody talks to her as if she's like a newborn. Like nobody, you know? But at the same time, I guess she is already well experienced in fighting by the time, because, you know, you aren't just born yesterday and then you're automatically fighting everything in the towns around, you know? But at the same time, you don't have any of your abilities that you should have had, and you had to buy them from somebody else. Unless maybe they were just making your stock. But then how did you get them in Halonest? You know? Like, a condition for Hera to become a dreamer was for the Pale King to give her a child. What does that have anything to do with this? Like, I understand that both Hera and the Pale King are from Halonest, right? That doesn't really have anything to do with it. Because if you're born in Halonest, you can leave Halonest and come back. I understand that Hornet. Okay, yeah. Hera is the specific mother. That's right. But then what does Hera have anything to do with in the other area that Hornet goes to? Right? Because, like, clearly it's like royalty to be from Hera, right? But if Hera's from Halonest, then what's the relevance there? AKA, I think that Hera had something to do with... What even was that place called? Farloom? We're doing tier list today? No, I'm just yapping. Just exploring my new avatar. I need to fix the hair. The hair's a little wonky. I'm just yapping. I'm honestly just yapping. Damn, I've been yapping for 48 minutes. God damn. This will probably end stream soon. Probably. Who knows? I don't know what to record for tomorrow's video. I think I'll just worry about that tomorrow. Over the past week, I've been confusing small streamers with just one name. Damn. I've played 20 of the second last Behemoth Calling stages and no yellow. I want my Ultra Windy. Make some more progress in UL so that you can get Hunter's Map 4, and then that'll be easy. She didn't willingly go. Halonest fell due to all the higher beings being dead. Hornet was captured in a cage that tampered with her soul, which stripped her abilities before she was taken to Farloom. Okay. So... whichever... Okay, so I'm assuming it's been basically made canon that the ending that is canon in Hollow Knight is the DLC one where he becomes the Shadow, right? Like the full-blown, like, that thing. Where he kills everything. And so Halonest dies and fails. And thus, the quote-unquote princess of Halonest, Hornet, gets taken to Farloom. And then, like, you know, breaks out of the carriage and stuff like that. But why is she so weak? Why is she so weak? Like, it just doesn't make sense to make a sequel with an enemy that you fought and then have her be weaker than the character you played in the last thing. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. You are weaker at the start of Silksong than you are at the start of Hollow Knight. At least it feels that way because of how many things deal double damage so soon into the game. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I understand that it's canon, right? But it just doesn't make sense. You got Doron recently? Ooh, nice. I need to be playing more. I haven't been playing Battle Cats like at all. I should probably play more, but at the same time, in the next month I'll probably transfer into like more general stuff. The Knight is built like a tank, Hornet is like an assassin, except like they deal the same amount of damage at the beginning of both games. Like if she was built like an assassin, right? I mean, I guess she's faster, but she doesn't even walk that much faster than the Knight at the beginning of Hollow Knight. And like, it's not like you have your run at the beginning, right? Like, am I crazy for thinking that? Like, the Knight has more DPS than Hornet? Yeah, tanks are meant to be bulky, assassins are meant to be, I guess, quick, not necessarily damaging. But, so like, I get that. Because of dark spells? Well, not even that. Like, I just mean, like, at the beginning of the game, when both have no abilities, Hornet is weaker. Just straight up weaker. I don't need to look at the Wikipedia, bruh. Hey, Callie, are you in stream? Is Callie in stream? Callie. What are you saying in the Discord? Bray hates Battle Cats. It feels like he has one fixed perspective, and anything that deviates from that isn't fun or good. When did I ever hint at that? When did I ever say anything that came close to meaning that? Wikipedia says it's a sequel. I'm not arguing against it being a sequel. I'm just arguing that it doesn't make sense. Like, my mind's already changed. It's a sequel. I get it. It was confirmed. I didn't realize it was confirmed just because I haven't kept up with it. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, why is Hornet so weak at the beginning of the Silksong? Ow, my ears. By the way, Callie, the reason why you can hear the Android thing is because I want to show you something. You said that I've only invested in like Anubis and Gravelodon, right? Investment in Cat Machine. I actually haven't invested in her, to be fair. But a lot of investment in Balrog. Like a lot of it. Investment in Lasvos. No, I haven't. Oh. Huh. Did I invest in you? Nah, because I just got him kind of recently. Did I invest in KG? Yeah, I did actually. I invested in KG a lot. Did I ever invest in you? Yes, because I got angel targeting. Thundia, obviously. Ku, no. But Kai, yes. Coppermine, no. But I think Kalisa. Yeah, I got curse immunity, attack buff. And what the fuck was I on with my talents at the time? What the hell? I should have definitely done more. I think I even talented Mercia. Yeah, I got her dodge talent and immune to surge. I just don't get the... Like, why are you telling me that I don't invest in things? Because I clearly do. Like, I definitely invest. This is a new perspective. No, you just don't understand. Like, I think you have something in your head blinding you from like what's actually true about how I am with Battle Cats. You can see the investment by switching from description to abilities. Oh, you are so right. See lots of investment in Anubis, investment in Amaterasu, investment in Ganesha, investment in Poseidon, investment in Kronos, Hades, Tiger Claw even got his Soul Strike whenever it was before it was like deemed terrible, right? I got his slow, I got his surge. I mean, like I got his strength and like I invested in a lot of Ubers. It's like, and this was a long time ago too. This isn't anything new. So I just don't get the mindset that, you know, I hate I hate battle cats or whatever. Am I getting like over what is it? What's the term? Am I getting burnt out from it? Sure, but I don't hate it. And I don't, discourage other people's opinions and say that they're not fun or anything. Like, the only thing I've said isn't fun is the perfect lineup, quote unquote, because it's just not fun using the same lineup for every stage. Not only is it not fun, but it's also just not accurate to be called perfect. Right? The reason Hornet is so weak is period cramps. Get last boss to 60 or you haven't invested in him? That's not how that works. As far as I'm concerned, getting his true form is plenty of investment with 10 epic cat size, no, not cat size, cat fruit seeds. Remember, 10 epic cat fruit seeds is not something that you should ignore whenever it comes to investment. That is absolutely an investment. It's mostly to do with playstyle. You proved half, proved me wrong with the Uber thing. Wait, but what was the other half? The other half, let's see. Fixed on one perspective, and anything that deviates from that isn't fun or good. Is that what you're talking about now? Because, like, chat, I need to know your guys' opinions. Do I dissuade people from things? Do I purposefully go out of my way to tell people not to do something? Because, like, other than the perfect lineup, like, which you can do a perfect lineup, but just call it a general lineup. It's not perfect. Because, like, that's just inaccurate. But I just don't think it's fun, right? Like, I'm not one to tell somebody else what's fun and what isn't, but to me, it's not fun to use one lineup because the fun in the game is making different lineups, right? So for me, it wouldn't be fun. But for other people, if they have fun doing it, then, I mean, I'm just wrong and that's up to them, you know? Because everybody's different. That's not necessarily me telling you, you can't have fun doing this, you can't do this, you can't do that. You know, I'm not doing that. That's not what I'm doing at all. I'm not telling you can't have fun doing one thing and you have to do it the other way. I'm just saying, me personally, I want to do it that way. Don't get a misperception just because of, like, what you think I'm saying versus what I'm actually saying. You know? I hate being misunderstood. What the hell is up with all the different role colors in my fucking server? And why is one of the roles for FNAF Enter just a period? Excuse me? I'm so lost. WC trackers? Like, you can see track. I just think it ruins the fun. The perfect lineup is a challenge. See how good a lineup you can make? Yeah, but how many stages of... I mean, like, you know? Like... Sure, it's a challenge, right? Like, I've enjoyed watching people, use the one lineup for all of SOL and stuff. But, first of all, I still think it's invalid to call it perfect, because it doesn't... Just because of restrictions alone, it can't actually do every stage. And it's not like it's just 4-star restrictions. There are other stages with natural restrictions, including Cats of the Cosmos, including a lot of other things. So, like, it's just one of those things where I don't think it should be called perfect. I think it can just be called the one lineup challenge. Like, like it was way back in the day. Call me stuck in 2018 all you want. I can use Balrog, Lasboss, and Bahamut. I've used all three of their full potentials. More than enough. You did Cats of Cosmos 3 zombie outbreaks yet? No, I'm not logging on every day to do that. Remember, I'm burnt out from the game. I've overplayed it. So like I don't ever think about, hey, let me just play the game. Like in my free time. I don't do that. But what I can say is that I have used Balrog, I have used Laslos, and I have used Bahamut. All at their full potential. I have a level 30 Thunderbolt cannon after all. I have used them. They just don't fit my playstyle, but if I absolutely need to use them, like against Luza, right? Against Luza and Heavenly Tower, Infernal Tower, I've used them more than enough and more than plenty to know where I stand with them and how good they are. There's a reason why I rank Bahamut as one of the strongest units in the entire game, while also having Balrog and Laswas very high up. Like, they're I feel like, you know, call me stuck in 2018. Like, maybe sure, but like backliner meta does still exist. There's a reason why backliners are still so strong. Dark Phono, Dazzly, Anubis. They're all still amazingly strong, and they fit my playstyle better. Just because I don't want to have to rush every stage and stuff like that. I like taking my time, bruh. And I'm being hated on for it. I'm being hated on for simply having my own playstyle. Calling somebody stuck in the past just because they have a certain playstyle is, I mean, that's just ignorant. I feel like you always complain when they're on screen, but that might. Okay. First of all, yeah, I'm sarcastic a lot, so missing my sarcasm will be a big deal. But it's also like, if they're on screen and I'm quote unquote complaining about them, why are they on screen then? Like, in my tier list, why did I rank them all so high? In the game, why would I be using them? Stuff like that, right? And like, why would I have an opinion on them if I didn't invest enough to know about them in the first place? So it's one of those things where, which it's not just you, which is why I'm talking about this so much. Because chat forced you to use them? No. Chat, I don't actually listen to chat ever. You know, like I do whatever I feel like doing. If I mess something up, it is because of me, and I'll complain about chat just for fun. You know, I like blaming you guys because it's funny to me. Anything I do is my decision. Nobody else told me to do it. Nobody else made me do it. By the way, I'm hydrating on Sonic Coke now. But yeah, like, it's one of those things where it's not just you, it's a lot of other people where they see what they want to see, or they only see through this tiny magnifying glass that is their own eyes without, you know, going out of their way to look for anything more. It's like using a magnifying glass on the entire map of the Earth and being like, oh, only this one country exists, whenever there's more than 100, almost 200 countries in the world. You know, like, there's a lot more to the picture than just that one thing that you're focusing on. And so, like, as a streamer, I don't want to just be an influencer that makes people laugh and smile and stuff, right? Like, that's what I want to do most, but I also want to educate people. I want to teach people to how to be better, you know? I want to teach them the ways of the world and, you know, my philosophies and stuff like that. I have not tried floor 30 hit. Floor 30 Heavenly Tower with no meat shield. I have not tried that. Excuse me. It's probably just Bahamut chain though, right? Like that, I imagine that's just Bahamut chain. Which, by the way, I have Bahamut chain amazingly for floor 49, I think. And then I've ID chained for floor 49 and Infernal Tower. Wait, no, I think that's the one I Bahamut chained actually, because it's Bahamut and ID chaining. So I know how to do these things, right? Like, I've even chained Earl. Like, it's not something I can't do. It's just something I don't do. I choose not to because I don't have fun doing that. It's the same reason why I don't use Cyberpunk and Sniper. I just don't have fun using them. I swear to God, if you guys were put into an ad while I was yapping about all that. I enjoy timing-based starts. I don't, because you have to be so specific and so perfect, and I'd rather just, play the game. Play the game with different units. I did it with Papaluga and Catgod. Nice. Papaluga's a strat and a half, Perfect. Yeah. That's exactly why I don't like timing-based things, because a lot of them you have to be perfect. Or at least get a perfect timing. Which is a lot to ask. Perfect cell? No. I think you mean the imperfect cell, actually. I think this whole Kali thing should be done, though. Also, there was an ads W. That's why it's called frame perfect? Yep. Even though it's technically not singular frame perfect, there are... Most of the time, whenever somebody says it's frame perfect, it's actually a much wider scale than one frame. Just saying. I just enjoy using slime. Well, that's not even one of the, slime's not necessarily timing. I still like using slime. Like small kinds of timing like slime where you can fail it, but it doesn't matter that much. That's good. I don't like having to use the Thunderbolt cannon with Bahamut and then use sniper sniper the cat or whatever, the power up one, to get a perfect knockback, right? Like that's not the kind of thing I want to do. That's not what I want to do. But using slime and just using my level 30 Thunderbolt cannon, that makes it really hard to fail a Bahamut hit, that kind of thing. I'm fine with that. There's a reason why I leveled my Thunderbolt cannon to 30. Man, I can't wait for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I'm gonna be watching that next week. Holy, what the fuck? I'm not even gonna read that. Copy pasta. Slime is very consistent even if you don't time him. I don't know about that one. I mean, I don't know about consistent or reliable, but he's still helpful, right? Without timing him. But he's definitely depending on the stage, I don't think he would actually be consistent, right? Consistent is a rough word, because that would mean he would consistently land every hit or consistently land every other hit, or because that's how consistency works. Meanwhile, it's kind of more of that's not the case. By the way, somebody was trying to shit on my research combo with Catasaurus and be like, only courier benefits from it. Like, brother, slime. Slime benefits from research combos. He wins almost every interaction and there is usually a peon on the front. I disagree. Almost every is very different than 90%. Just saying. Especially whenever there's that many enemies in the game. Oh, right, that was it. You get much less joy out of the same things as I do. I just find comes off you as being a hater of the meta. I'm not a hater of the meta. I just dislike how overrated it is. Because you're not going to put Barog and Lasvos in the same lineup in every stage and, be like, oh, this is my generalist lineup. No. Well, Lasvos with the research combo, I guess, but you you want to know what's put into every generalist lineup? A backliner. So backline is still in the meta. It's just not as appreciated. But it's also just one of those things where if I get less fun from something than you do, and I'm like, hey, that's not fun for me, is that me hating or is that just me having an opinion? I feel like we've come to a day and age where something as simple as having a separate opinion is thought of as a negative thing. We are discouraging people from being unique in their perspective and having different ideas of things. And that's not something that I think of to be healthy. My dad once told me, "Don't fear anyone except Herobrine." Honestly, W quote. I'll put that on my gravestone. So my dad never told me that. I'll just say don't fear anyone except Herobrine. How did Herobrine even start? Like, I don't want anybody doing any deep research of it, but like, it's a rhetorical question. It's you having an opinion, of course. I just see things differently, and that's like fine. I don't hate you for saying things differently, and hence that's it's your opinion that my opinion can be seen as hating. Like everybody has their own opinion. I think I'm just a little more optimistic with it than a lot of people are. But I hate you, Bray. Thanks. Hate you too, Grum. I just don't like how people have turned everything into like negative. I don't like that. Sorry to get that out of my system. No, Diabolosa is not fat garbage though. Diabolosa is actually really good. An attack up medium, while also now having talents that give him surge immune. Having surge immune on him is actually really valuable. And then having massive damage against both Aku and Angel. The zombies is fine, I guess, but mainly Aku and Angel is really good. Herobrine started from an image of foggy Minecraft where someone saw a player that was inside their single player server in the fog. Oh, interesting. Diablos is number 1 in my heart, but Hikakin is number 1 in my soul. I don't even know who the fuck Hikakin is. That was my once in a while stream to watch. Well, this is the once in a while stream period. I feel like I plan on streaming tomorrow though. Diabolosa is so cool. I love Diabolosa, and that just comes down to like playstyle. If you don't like using backliners, then you won't want to use Diabolosa because he's a slow backliner. Did I say blackliner? Backliner. I use Diabolosa all the time. I just hate the unit itself. Why? Why do you hate Diabolosa? Oh, wait. That's so hypocritical because even though I use Baja Blast and Barog all the time, I still hate them. So why are you hating on me for doing that when you do that again but Diabolosa? Hypocritical much? And don't blame it on your autism. Black eyeliner? Totally. Oh, what? I hate it. I hate him. I hate him. I hate Hikakin. Am I even pronouncing that right? Is it Hikakin? Hikakine? Or is it Hikakin? Or Hikakin? I don't know. He's a good unit? I don't care how good he is. He's ugly. Agreed, Venti. Too slow, miss a lot due to his lack of time between attacks. I think you just hate backliners. Because like, since okay, I I think it's so funny how people have gone back and forth constantly between units that have too long of time between attacks sucks because they just they take too long to attack. But then the ones that have immediate attack frequency, it's like, oh, but they constantly they instantly go into their next attack, and so they miss a lot. Like, which one is it? Which one? It's a YouTuber, have some respect. The unit is ugly, not the person. Dear Almost is my favorite unit. How the hell do you hate Dahlia-san then? Okay, now I'm just confused. I mean, he misses more because he attacks more. I mean, sure, but he also gets more attacks off, so he's more likely to get value. As long as we can all agree that Cosmo it is not better for having a long attack frequency, then I think we're all good. Okay, I know I always hate on Cosmo, but to be honest, I don't have him, and so I don't know anything for a fact. So like, whenever it comes to Cosmo, I know he's good. Everything like it's just an inside joke at this point for me to hate on Cosmo. The dopamine rush from using Diablosa is fair though. His stupid HP, his attacks are also satisfying. I mean, Deer almost is really good. I'm not denying that. And to be fair, with his Ultra Form, it is harder for him to miss because of his multi-hit. But did you like him pre-Ultra Form as well? Because if you like Deer almost pre-Ultra Form, then I think it's very hypocritical to think lowly of Dahlia-san. But maybe that's just me, because they do have their differences. Like, Deer almost doesn't have nearly as long of a Force Swing. So, like, having a long Force Swing, I can see it. And that would explain why you hate on Anubis, which is fine. Or hate on Anubis. Have your ups and downs with him. Which I understand everybody. Like, I don't actually like Anubis that much. Like, he's not even my favorite unit. My favorite Uber is D'Artagnan. By far. And then second to that is... I don't even know. It's just so clearly D'Artagnan that I don't even know who my second favorite is. Diabolosa. That's what I meant, bro. Dahlia-san's the big fish. I meant Diabolosa. Deer almost Dahlia-san. It's all complicated. They all start with D, bruh. Oh, by the way, speaking of D, the little guys on my shoulders, I have given them the name the double Ds, because damage and division. So they are my double Ds. If anybody ever asks to see my double Ds, it's my boys damage and division that they'll see. Oh yeah, Kenshin's my second favorite. That's right. I don't think hating slow units is fair. Because like, why do you hate slow units? It just means they survive longer. Cosmo would have been crazy if he didn't have the Force Wing. It's not even. I mean, the Force Wing's fine, right? Like the Force Wing is 10 seconds, right? So he can miss thanks to that. But with his Pierce, that's not necessarily the case. I'm talking about the fact that you still have to wait 10 seconds after his animation in order for him to do another attack. He's just standing there menacingly. Because like he does have 10 seconds just about between his animations. That's what I'm saying. It's sarcasm. It's harder to understand sarcasm when it's in text. You know what I mean? But I did see the quote, so I figured. I did figure. Diabolosa misses too much because he has 0 TBA, so he usually targets peons for longer than what I like. We'll just clear them out. Because like here's the thing. What's the difference between him having short force swing and long attack frequency and having no attack frequency but long force swing? Like what's the difference there? Like I don't think the outcome is actually any different, because in both scenarios you hope that the enemy comes into your backliner, right? Like during either the force swing or while they're just sitting there not in animation. So like why is there a difference? Like why do you see that as anything different? Didn't I say I was going to end stream earlier? People are a peon. So true, bruh. People are pawns. Pawns on a chessboard. with God as the king. In animation, they can come closer to the enemies themselves. Yeah. Not in animation, they can come closer to the enemies themselves. Right. But what if you just don't push? Like, and plus, like, it's kind of like Cat Machine, right? Where, like, if he misses a hit, then boo fucking who, you're pushing them back. That's a good thing. Am I wrong? Like, am I wrong? Am I wrong when I say, hey, look, you pushed them back? This thing missed. Good. They're getting pushed back. As long as they don't push back with even more force, then that's fine. Am I wrong? Did I ever say I hated backliner meta, by the way? I don't think so. You just acted like it. You first of all, you acted like it wasn't meta because meta. There's only one meta, right? At a time. There's only one meta at a time. It's strategies that is what differs between people, but that's besides the point. But you did act like you hated the fact that you did act like negative. You acted negatively towards me, who likes backliner meta, right? So, like, you got onto me for that, and you said I was stuck in 2018 because I had that mindset. Which, whenever somebody tells me I'm stuck in the past, I think of that as an insult. So maybe I just misinterpreted it. I feel like my reactive image isn't always very reactive, unfortunately. I'm gonna do something here. And then I'm going to move this down here. It's not as much about pushing back being bad, it's more about being some units don't miss even if you do push back. Yeah, that's called having LD. That's why LD is a good thing, not necessarily why area attack is a bad thing. You know? Thunderjack's knockback because it you hate on Thunderjack's knockback because it lowers his DPS, but suddenly missing out on DPS is okay here. I don't hate on his knockback. I don't know the last time I hated on his knockback. His knockback is the one thing that's actually good about him. Otherwise, his DPS is undesirable because he just dies too fast. I don't think you understand my opinion on Thunderjack. And I think the last time you did understand my opinion on Thunderjack was before I actually used him enough to understand. You know what I mean? Sometimes just short force swing can be enough to not miss. But okay. But like every unit has its pros and cons, right? Like, but here's the thing though. Who do you consider to have short force swing? Like who do you consider to have short? Ugh, you know what I mean? Like what's long and what's short to you? Because it differs on the person. Anything above a 1 second force swing can still miss. Less likely than something with like 5 seconds, but you know, good to know that you are experimenting and my assumptions on you are wrong. I don't have an opinion on something unless I've used it or like actually mess with it. Like that's kind of why with Cosmo, I know he's good, but I don't try to like. Well, nowadays I've kind of just been like, yeah, he's really good. I don't really argue about it anymore. Because like I just don't know. And with Chizo's Ultra Form, like the only thing I'll say about it is that it's just it's not as desirable as a good backliner because we already have spammable mid rangers. But that's all I know. I don't know how well he like actually puts things out, so I'm not gonna have an opinion on it, right? And like that's one of my problems with the tier list is that it's mostly based off of stats. But Like it's just like I told people I would do it, so I did it. You know, because if I only ranked the Ubers that I've used, then that would be a much shorter tier list. Exco has too much influence on the community. I think it's not even just that he has an influence on the community to make them think certain ways. I think it's also that he's started making it so that people assume bad things about other people with an opinion. Because it's not just the people that like X-Skull that are being influenced by him, it's also the people that don't like X-Skull that has started having not just an opinion on him, but on other people that are like him. So it's like I'm getting a bad rep because of people assuming that I'm like X-Skull, where I, you know, do things the same way as he even though I'm my own person. You know what I mean? Like he's just one of those YouTubers that puts out his opinion, and I'm also one of those YouTubers that puts out my opinion. But we both put out different opinions and do things different ways. So if somebody assumes that I'm exactly like X-Skull just because I'm saying my opinion, then that's, you know, giving them a false interpretation of what I am and what I do. But that's just how influencers work, you know? It's kind of in the name, influencer. But I do feel like I've gotten a bad rep for things that I've never even done. That feels more like the community's fault for being toxic. No, it 100% is. The way people behave is completely up to them, not because like, you know, I don't blame Xskull for that. I'm just saying that he could, in a way, he is the cause of why some people think certain ways about like me or other opinion-based YouTubers. You know what I mean? Like I'm not blaming him at all for it. I love Xskull. Don't know them very well. Uh, the one interaction I had with them was they commented on my YouTube video talking about their tier list, and they were just making sure that I stay respectful, and I love that. Opinions are against the law. You know, now that I think about it, we may have freedom of speech, but it doesn't say freedom of opinion. Just saying. That's also a weird line to say, since I think a lot of people that are into this kind of thing aren't even American, so they don't actually technically have freedom of speech. Like, I'm sure they have their own laws, but like, I don't know if they all have like the same like freedom of speech, you know? I feel like that's kind of an American thing. America. Remember when I said I was tired and was probably going to do a short stream? Yeah, I've been streaming for an hour and a half. You know, I might just post this as tomorrow's video for YouTube. I might honestly just do that. At least we all have the right to remain silent. So true. You can say anything, but your opinion sounds like an idea for a book or a movie. What do you mean? What? I'm so lost. Maybe I'm just stupid though. Maybe my tired brain is getting to me way too well. Man, I should get back into doing Pokemon shit. Like actual Pokemon shit. I should get a capture card. But capture cards are so expensive, bruh. I don't know. I think I could theoretically do it. I just don't wanna. Wait, did I keep my capture card? I have a cheap capture card, but I don't know if I actually kept it because it was garbage. Like a world but no one can say their opinions. Uh, well, then they would just be saying facts. And so if somebody's factually ugly, then they would just be told, hey, you're ugly. and it not technically be against the law because it's just fact. So, in a society where nobody can have their own opinion, would honestly be even more toxic than a society that can have one. But thankfully, we live in a society where we can also lie and choose whichever one is nicer. You know? Like, I think it's a fact I'm a pretty big fucking bitch, bruh. But at least some people think I'm nice for some goddamn reason, and that is their opinion. in, I can't do a Russian accent, so I'm just gonna do Kermit instead. In Mother Russia, opinions tell you. Um, is that fitting? I don't know. I don't know if it is or not, but whatever. Miss Piggy. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way, for those Americans out there. Where did Bray go? What do you mean? Oh, were you trying to talk to my Kermit character? Oh yeah. Sorry. I don't roleplay, bro. I don't roleplay. Roleplaying like that is not something I do. I feel like that's something I would do. I feel like that's something somebody would do in like Roblox, you know? Like start typing in a different way. Oh wait, no, there's voice chat in Roblox now. Start speaking in a different voice, acting like they're a different person, and then go back to their normal voice and be like, "Oh my god, I was kidnapped." Isn't beauty and ugliness subjective? You're telling me that there's not a single person out there in the world that nobody finds, you know, ugly or something? And also, that was a joke. Obviously, yes, it is subjective. It is subjective. But I still think that an entirely factual community would still be toxic. Like, I think the least toxic a community can be is just one that, rather than being overly honest or overly factual, limiting opinions, instead it's just being nice. And obviously, we don't live in one that has that. W Avatar, thank you. I actually do really like it. What about on this screen though? Like, do we like it on this screen as well? Like, do we? The Are there changes I should make? Because this is like the actual screen of me playing the game. I guess I could move it to the other side. I kind of want to, honestly. I think I'm going to. So, like, hold up. So, move this over here. Move you over here. Don't worry, you guys can be with me while I do this. Oh, wait, there's about to be Inception, isn't there? W Inception. Then should I even have the purple line here? Yeah, I'll bring it. I'll bring it. But I kind of want to make it smaller. That's bigger. That's also what she said. I don't know if that's any smaller. Man, I cannot see that very well. I cannot see that very well at all. Okay. Oh, wait, I need to bring my boys. My boys. Oh, that's not my double D boys. My boys. Kind of inspired by Tiny Box Tim, but ignore that. You know? I didn't mean to move him like that far. Okay, I think that's good. Chat? We might be cooked. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. W Inception, no. Anyways, I'm gonna end stream. I'm gonna end stream. So yeah, that was fun. I actually did have a lot of fun with this stream. Is anybody even still there to say goodbye? I'm not totally convinced. Yeah, see ya. Yeah, there we go. Bye bye.